In fact, many of you will learn to appreciate this when you get a little bit older. One day when you've got a job and you're having to pay in income taxes, you'll really, really appreciate that. It's one of the hardest things about being an adult. When I was your age, I was ready to grow up. I was ready to be important. I was ready to be out on my own. I wanted a family. I wanted to be successful. I wanted to put all of that knowledge that I had learned back in school into practice. But little did I know the responsibility that would come with paying income taxes. And just a few weeks ago, I had to do the exact same thing. But it hurts when you've got to write that check, when you send that money to the state of North Carolina or to the Internal Revenue Service. It hurts because when we make money, we like our money. We want to spend our money on our kind of stuff, the things that we enjoy, the places we like to go, the things we like to see in life. That's where we want to spend all of our money, our time, our resources. But our world today is actually a little bit better when it comes to tax collection. Back in that day and time, somebody like Zacchaeus would have been viewed as a traitor because he was Jewish. But at the same time, he worked for the Romans. And the Scriptures tell us that not only was he a tax collector, he was a chief tax collector. He had worked his way up the system. He had probably started out kind of low, collecting money. But later on, he had people to work beneath him. He was Mr. I'm special. I'm important. I've got people that work for me. They go out. They do the dirty work. They collect all of the money. They bring it to me, I get my cut, and I send the rest of these dollars, well, to Rome. That was kind of the definition of a traitor. In my world today, when I think about being a traitor, I'm a hardcore NC State fan. And I know throughout this assembly tonight, there are a lot of Duke fans, there are a lot of Tar Heel fans, a lot of Pirate fans. But I have a good friend of mine who the last few years, he has taken me to the NC State Duke game at not PNC Arena, but at Cameron Indoor Stadium. If you go in this little bitty basketball arena, it's an amazing place, even if you're not a Duke fan, to watch basketball. And you've got the Cameron crazies down below, and you're sitting there. But I was loyal to my team. Even though we have lost at Cameron in recent years, I've been loyal to my team. Me and about 14 other people were wearing all red at each of those games. In a sea of medium blue. But I guess it could be worse. It could be that light colored blue. Amen. But if I were to be a traitor, what I could have easily done is gone out and bought Duke memorabilia, caps and t-shirts and jerseys, and tried to blend in with the rest of the crowd. But guess what? That wouldn't be true to my nature as an NC State fan. So I had to be loyal. And even though it was hard, as I was walking up the parking lot, as we were heading closer to Cameron, people were staring. Who in the world is this Fruit Loop who's wearing all red to this ball game on this night of all times and places? There was a time I do wish maybe I had a little bit of a jacket to slip on, but even in loss, their fans were very gracious to me. But you see where I'm going with this. Zacchaeus was not special. Zacchaeus, while he had a reputation, he was known as a tax collector, he was a nothing. He was a never was. And that day that Jesus was journeying closer and closer to Jericho, I imagine the people just looked